Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. This is the worst CD or the worst album covers in my CD collection. And I don't think I've done this before, but maybe I have at some point. I've done a few videos through the years, and there's always new album covers to show too, new bad album covers to show. So first I want to mention that some album covers are really plain and some work, being very simple, and some don't. I'll show you some that work. There's three samples. For me, Black Sabbath, Master of Reality, kind of, somebody might say that's a boring album cover, but I remember, back in 1971, having this on vinyl, and it was embossed also. And so, and maybe it's because I love the album so much too. I think that helps to not put down the album cover as much. But still, I like this. Another one, and this is made to look, these two are made to look like a bootleg album from the late 60s, early 70s. This is The Mothers of Invention, or with Frank Zappa. The Mothers, Fillmore East, June 1971. Very boring, of course, but it's supposed to look like a bootleg album cover. So I don't mind it. And the same with The Who, Live at Leeds. Now this next one is kind of, some of you might like it, and maybe because I'm colorblind with red and green. That can be an issue, maybe with some album covers. But I don't consider this a great album cover. This is Stage Fright by the band, especially after their previous the self-titled album with them on the cover. Now this one is pretty bad, especially when this artist would do very unique paintings, and maybe it was a copyright issue though at the time, but it's Captain Beefheart, Bat Chain Polar. Although the inside is kind of cool when you open it. Right here. Look, it's a bat chain polar. Broke up. You get the idea. This one, I'll have to take it out of the case, but maybe it's just because I'm colorblind with red and green, but I find this really hard to read. This is Colosseum, Daughter of Time. Not too exciting. And another one that's pretty boring, but great album. And their one and only album, Monks, Black Monk Time. I think that's where Captain Beefheart, whoever published the Captain Beefheart album, got the idea for their album cover from. Okay, some that have illustrations and are at least a little more interesting, not just text. And this one, it came in two different album covers. And both are really bad, but this is the worst of the two. Blue Oyster Cult, Heaven Forbid. Apologies for the glare there. And that looks not like Blue Oyster Cult is not just, they're not a heavy metal band. And that looks like a heavy metal album cover. That guy needs to go to a doctor. He's got a sore eye. I'm doing the series on David Bowie, ranking all of his albums on my Canadian Studmuffin channel. And this is so bad that it's almost good. David Bowie toy. Of course, he created that. And like I said in the video where I review this album, I think, David, of course, had a great sense of humor, and maybe he made it to be a bad album cover, because it certainly is. How about not Black Oak, Arkansas? No, Jim Dandy, the lead singer. Jim Dandy, Ready as Hell. The cost of this photo shoot was $102. Great band, great album, but I don't understand this album cover at all. I don't understand any of their early album covers. This is Wire 154. That's it. Maybe back in the 80s, this didn't look too bad, but now it looks really cheesy and not a great album cover. Lou Reed, New Sensations. Great album, though. Huge fan of Ween, and Ween are known to have weird album covers. And this is just boring. It's not weird. It's White Pepper. It's a pepper with a white background. It's there. Not too interesting. Now I've got I don't have the regular CD of this, just the long box of it. But still, it's the same album cover, and it's he's known to have some bad album covers, and this, I think, is one of the worst. Memory Almost Full, Paul McCartney. Another Beatle. This just hurts my eyes. George Harrison, Gone Tropo. Another plain, very boring album cover. Grand Funk. We're an American band. They put a lot of thought into that album cover. Very 80s. Electric Light Orchestra, Balance of Power. Now, like I said, this is a personal opinion. Some of you might like some of these album covers. Let me know in the comment section below. Another one, the Rolling Stones, Goat's Head Soup. Just doesn't really make much sense with the title. That should have been, I guess, that could not have been the album cover because it's very disturbing, but it's better than that. More bad artwork from the 80s. This is Yes, Big Generator. Not as good as a Roger Dean album cover. And this just doesn't suit the music within. It doesn't match the music within. It's not the worst album cover of all time or anything, but still, it's not suited for the music. This is Gene Clark, No Other. You can kind of tell sometimes when you see an album cover that that's not going to be a good album, even if it is Creedence Clearwater Revival. This is Mardi Gras. This band sometimes doesn't have the greatest album covers either, and this is my least favorite of theirs. Their final studio album. It is called, I forget what it's called here. Yeah, Right Time, RITE. Can. Not too appealing. How about the Beach Boys? The Beach Boys put out some pretty bad album covers, and even this one, it's not the worst, but still, they could have done something a little classier. This is the Beach Boys. That's why God made the radio. And we'll end this with this is a fantastic album. And it's too bad Roger Dean couldn't have done something with it. This is John Anderson and the Band Geeks. True. And I guess John's daughter, I believe, took the photo. It's a nice photo of John, but it's just not a great album cover. And that is it. Let me know which of these album covers you actually liked. Maybe you liked some of them, and which was your least favorite. Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to like the video, make sure you're subscribed, and have a great day. Bye.